It's snowing. Also, I've been realizing that I've been filming in audio and not in movie mode, so why you're not even facing me? So I'm hoping this lighting, this video is a better quality. Hoping it's that.
Imagine sun shining, pink clouds in the sky, and everything is right.
I wanted to film because it's Thursday. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm in full editing clothes. I'm in my old t-shirt. I love this t-shirt, but it's so faded now, but Dreamo. And then I'm wearing like my old Roots pants that have like paint stains on. It's one of those days. It's one of those days where you're just like, I look homeless, and I shouldn't insult the homeless, but I have those days. Don't get me wrong. The reason why I love habits is because you can start your habits any time of the day. It doesn't have to be right in the morning. It can be whenever. You have a routine, yeah, stick to your routine. But I live a balanced lifestyle, and I'm just not trying to live my life in such like confinement. Yeah, my routine, I love my routine, but I don't stick to my routine often. So that's why habits for me helps me. That's why it works, because it can be like 9 o'clock at night and just do a workout. You don't need to wake up every morning and be a soldier. You can live your life and do the things you want to do, but just stick to your habits. Make time for yourself in your day. That's my only advice. Anyway, so meditate this morning, and it said look at your old, just like watch your old videos. They wanted me to watch my old YouTube videos that I made when I was in COVID. I don't have them out. They're all privated, probably won't share them. Just watching them and seeing the difference in how I am like talking on camera, and it was like applaud yourself of like how far you've come on your journey of truly stepping into your authentic self and understanding your worth and value. Because I was like watching myself and I was just like a shell of a person than I am right now, and the journey to be here, it's an amazing journey, but it was really hard. I feel like we all go through things in life in order to evolve, but if you don't learn the patterns and the lessons, then it keeps repeating in your life. So once you learn them, heal from them, and grow from them, then things change for you. I don't know. This is just the spiel that I have this morning. No, you cannot go outside. I need to brush you. You're looking like homeless. You're looking like me. I need to stop talking in a British accent. But you look like me. You look homeless. Don't be so sad. Don't be sad. My lovely, lovely boy. Why? I need to stop doing that during time. There was one time where I met this girl at the park, and she was British, and I am an audio learner. So if you are talking to me and I'm listening, sometimes I'll wake talking to your accent. It's so bad. This girl was like talking to me, and she was British, and she was talking in a British accent. And I was with my cousin at the time, and our brothers were playing soccer on the field, and we were just playing in the park, and I'm like, I love your accent. She was saying that she didn't like, she's like, yes, I like talking to you guys because some people imitate my accent and it's just so rude or just like it's mean, and I literally just like was talking to her and just started imitating it out of nowhere, and we were deep, longer conversation. We had that conversation at the beginning, we were just hanging out and we're just talking, and then just all of a sudden I started speaking in British accent, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, so embarrassed. And my cousin called me out. She was like, Shannon, and I was like, I'm so sorry. She did not want to hang out with us after that. I felt so bad, and that's why I feel like I shouldn't be imitating, but I do that all the time. I'll be talking in British accent. Also, in my meditation, I need to find my phone. Sometimes I will just voice record my readings, so I might put it in this audio instead of music. So Shannon, if you remember to do that. I have this random thought that I'm just thinking of right now, and constantly looking back on like the darkest points of my journey and really sitting with them, and honestly like holding space for those emotions and holding space for fully releasing them and the whole ability that I could with body shakes. And I laugh at everything because it makes me uncomfortable. If I'm laughing about it, I still am working on it. But body shakes and sweatings and being on the ground and like not being able to get up, and I completely have dealt with them by myself. I just don't trust people with my deepest, darkest things, but I know and understand that I'm not alone in this, and then I don't want you to feel how I felt in those moments. But in those darkest moments is when I picked myself back up by myself, for my future self, my childhood self, for my future children. I want to be the most healed, most present, most confident person that I am. I was reading the Jay Shetty book, Think Like a Monk, and in the book it said something of the sorts of going deeper, and it explains to you, like, if you read that book has changed my life, transformed my spiritual experience. He just talks about how we as normal people, like, he was not a monk. He went and learned how to be a monk. Now he takes those practices in his life. Like, I learned a lot of things in my life, and I take these practices in my life because I know better for myself now. I know what I need to do in order to be the highest version of myself, and I want to be the highest version of myself. Don't be like a narcissist and be only thinking about yourself. Have empathy, but lean into the narcissistic of pouring into yourself. Like, no, I come first. Suffering people pleasers out there, when you just give and give and give and give, but you're running on empty. When you run on empty, you're miserable. Your mental health ain't great. It's not great because you let people treat you a certain way, and you don't hold yourself accountable for that. That's the learning and the experience that I've learned, is that I don't hold myself accountable to the way I treat myself. In your alone moments by yourself, you can really change a lot if you just hone in and really focus on yourself. I think the last 3 months I've really just been so focused on healing, and bringing up things and healing them from it, and like going again and keep going. And doing that, when I'm going through emotions, I'll sit there and be like, okay, let's bring up whatever's coming up in that moment. And I've done that since I was a kid, and I'd realized that I never cry in front of anybody, but when I'm in my room, I would cry about things. I would just think about everything. I'm like, okay, this is my moment to cry. No one's gonna come in my room right now. This is my private moment. And that is just my coping habit of what I've been doing. But like, also understand that you have to stop bottling things up. You have to actually address them as it is. And that's the healing process of it, because you don't want to pile on stuff that you already healed from. And it's really hard to heal in the environment that caused the trauma, because it's the trauma that's repeating over and over. You have trigger points. Yeah, you're stronger, but it's like a battle every day. You have to stay true to who you are. Think about it as we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And you work on your childhood issues, and you really just understand, like, remember who you were before what they told you to be, because you're a product of your environment. But who are you? You can't just be who your parents want you to be, or anyone wants you to be. Who are you? Seriously and wholeheartedly, it's really nice to be in your authentic energy. So who are you? What do you want to do in life? What is your purpose? For me, my whole purpose is to really help people. I find pure joy in helping others. I need to understand that I come first. Like, everybody comes first, and you can show up better. I show up so much better when I pour into myself. And that's basically it. The point of this video is that you can always start your day or start your habits. That's why I love habits, is that you can do them whenever you want, but make sure you do them every day. I just want to say, I think you're doing a great job being you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. The way that Pilates makes your body have like almost a seizure, like your body's like, beauty is pain. Find beauty in the pain.